It's because as soon as you said that, I got a YouTube stream
Oh,
notification, but it wasn't yours.
that's crazy. Okay. We are live. Let's go. Hello there. Live from the treasure room in the handsome jackpot. I'm Damionpyro, and he's...
And I'm ChillenCat.
And this is our Nerd Talk Live podcast, where we come to you every week talking
Let
about
us get
anything
it
and
on.
everything nerdy.
Yes, sir.
We finished setting everything up. Kat, do you want to kick us off talking about your other enemies?
My animes. Alright, let's see. So, episode for Tugananki was pretty interesting, kind of.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Interesting, kind of. Huh?
Yeah, he didn't. I was hoping to see Shiki fight that Momotaro, but he didn't really, put up a fight.
Somebody just got beat.
I was like, oh my goodness, yeah. I was like, oh damn, I was hyped for that. No, bro got his ass kicked. I was like, well, damn. Then
Man.
we cut to the I don't even know what the hell it is. It's like a hallway, I guess, underground, where there's one guy, this. I don't even call him the Chainsaw Man guy. I forgot his name, but he fighting this female Momotaro. He was actually putting up a fight, kinda. But at one point, and one of his on the Oni side, his friend came out, and he's like, "All right, let's get it on." I'm like, "You guys." He's like, "You honestly think this monster could have killed me?" I'm like, "Damn." Bro came over here, threw his head. I'm like, "Oh, well, shit."
Got pissed off.
The funny thing is, until he saw her, I was like, "Oh my goodness gracious." I'm like, "Uh-oh, is he one of those people that really like big girls?"
Oh.
No, it wasn't. He's like, "What the hell is up with that outfit?"
Oh.
She's like, "What about it?" He's like, "It's too revealing."
Bro's one of
It's
those
like, "Put
modest
on some
guys.
clothes, bro." Yeah, I'm like, "Damn, he's actually modest."
Fucking Polly from Gallilaw in freaking One Piece.
I'm like,
Every
"Oh,
time he
dang."
sees the Kiwi twins, he's like, "Can y'all put some clothes on?"
Exactly, bro. He's like, "You were showing way too much skin."
It's crazy.
I was like, "Oh, okay."
Damn. Some huge emotional jumps in that one. Guy getting offended because somebody thought that a monster could beat him. Somebody fucking getting offended by what somebody's wearing, apparently.
Apparently. And the dude's blood is if he gets mad enough, it's a random power. So he's almost like, "Alright, I guess." He's like, "Alright, let's see what I'm gonna get today."
Oh.
And he was like, "Oh, it's boots today." I was like, "Oh, he's gonna have
What?
speed."
So we got random blood power roulette.
Yep, that's what he is.
Huh. Interesting. That's definitely very interesting.
So then her power, she put up some pillars and was like trying to keep him away. He's like, "Nah, bro. Bro, they were doing parkour."
Oh shit.
Fucking kicked her right in the head. Or, well, in the chin, but I was like, I was like, "Oh, damn." And then she said, I was like, "Alright, I gotta stay away from this one." I was like, "Okay, I can tell what." I'm like, "I know what type of a battle person this person's kind of be." She's that range type of girl.
Ooh.
She doesn't want to get into those, close fights.
Needs that long range because she's glass cannon.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm happy. Oh my goodness, my favorite person is finally back after 2 episodes. Yeah, she was out of commission. Yeah, hell yeah, she was out of commissions for 2 episodes, but she's back.
Damn.
Let's go! Still, she's still kind of shy, and she thinks she's bothersome to other people. I'm like, oh my goodness, girl, you gotta, you gotta fix. Then the teacher was like, because he was telling her, he was like, it's not the power that's bothering us. It's you. You gotta fix you.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, you gotta be confident in yourself. That's that's what he was telling her. And it's like, oh, I'm like, damn, that's a good ass teacher, bro. Give her,
Right?
give her self something. I don't know.
Oh, for real.
I'm like, damn. So she's like, I can't do it. Then the teacher's like, all right, change of plans. Because they're trying to, because there was a barrier put up all around the Oni base because of that one Momotaro. And he's like, oh, we got to make a subtle, small earthquake so we can make a landslide happen so we can evacuate the people. Because the Oni doesn't have enough authority to evacuate anybody. So the plan was to make a landslide to evacuate everybody. I was like, oh, that's pretty smart.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, so the girl was like, I was like, I can't do this. I can't control her. I can't control my own blood. Teacher's like, all right, change of plans. I'm like, I gotta think of something else. He was like, then all of a sudden he goes, you're. He goes, you're. What the fuck is that one word? Suspended or something like that.
Oh, like from school suspension?
Yeah, yeah,
Damn. That's a weird word to have a lapse on. Alright, Cat.
yeah.
Somebody's never been
Oh,
suspended
yeah.
from school.
I don't know. I don't know who's been suspended from school. I don't know what you're talking about.
Either that or you got
She's like,
suspended so
uh-oh.
many times you got trauma from the word, and you're like, no, I can't
No,
remember.
it's the first time.
No, I was talking about you. Not being
Oh,
able to
me? Oh,
remember the
no,
word
then
suspended.
I don't know. Once, maybe once.
I got suspended a few times in school, mostly for fights.
Oh, like, oh, the guy suspended once from school.
Well, we lived
For-
in a
Yeah.
very sports-heavy area, like out in the country. So like, certain people got certain liberties. Like I got jumped by football players, but yet I got suspended.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. To be
Oh,
fair,
I see. Okay,
when the
yeah.
counselor came out, all he saw was me freaking on top of somebody punching the fuck out of him. But little ground pound action, you know. But to be
Yeah.
fair, what fucking little sixth graders going around trying to pick fights with high schoolers? Like, what about that
I
situation
know, right?
made him think I started that?
For real.
That shit's wild.
Yeah. Yeah, after he said that to her, she's like, no, I don't want to. So she's like, all right, fine. She did her blood shit, and I was like, oh damn, she finally did it.
Release the blood art. Eh?
She leaves her blood art, yeah.
Oh.
Made a landslide, evacuate everybody. Then it's like, all right, okay, cool. And fucking dude.
Whoa. She make a landslide out of blood?
No.
No. I was just like,
No.
damn, you just said she activated her blood art and made a landslide.
She made her blood slide, then they made a no, they made the earthquake with her blood, because her blood's the big old Titan thing.
Okay, so she makes like a Titan thing.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
that's what her blood is. So
I gotcha.
then do that, and then they.
That's like a bloody landslide. That sounds fucking metal as fuck. Like, goddamn.
Yeah, then they made the landslide, then they evacuated everybody. Then she couldn't control her blood, so the teacher had to, knock her out.
Oh, going out
So
of control, huh?
Yeah, so she had to knock her out, and then Then finally he went back into the, I don't know what the hallway, underground hallway. I'm just gonna call it that.
Ooh.
Then broke the barrier. Yeah, then broke her barrier. She's like, what the hell is happening? Well, she didn't really say that, but she was wondering what the hell was happening, but then the guy was like, alright, this is how we're gonna do this. We finna fight. And then the episode ends. I was like, well, damn. Well,
Definitely.
well, the episode didn't end on that, but the episode ended of her taking off her clothes. I was like, oh damn, she's she's getting serious. Yeah, I was like, oh, well damn, she's got a black outfit and everything. I was like, well damn. Then the episode ended. I was like, oh.
Episode ends with her stripping, huh?
Yeah, I was like, well damn.
Interesting. Interesting an episode, I guess.
Oh, I know, right?
It's about to go down, though, from what you're making it sound.
I had in Sakamoto days, I had to wait an extra day before the episode came out.
Huh.
Yeah, that was like very surprising. I had to wait yesterday because it came out yesterday.
I wonder if there's some kind of glitches in their network, like.
Oh yeah, probably.
When I was trying to watch Gacha Kuda and Kaiju on Crunchyroll,
Yeah.
right? I watched the Kaiju episode, and then when I went to go play Gacha Kuda on Crunchyroll, all of a sudden it was telling me that I didn't have premium freaking Crunchyroll anymore, even though it still says I had my Mega Fan service. I was like, how do I have the premium service but don't have the premium service at the same time? So I had to reload Crunchyroll like a few times before. It was like, oh shit, you did give us money.
Yeah, so I had to wait until Tuesday because what I do is I usually wait until Monday before all 4 of my animes come out.
I got you.
So I wait until Monday. So I was like, all right, let's go watch some Sakamoto Days. I was like, oh, it's not out. Yeah, I gotta wait till tomorrow. Well, tomorrow as in Tuesday, as in yesterday. I'm like, oh damn. So watched it yesterday. Episode kicked off pretty, well, kind of intense.
Yeah.
So we left off of the dude, killing all the teachers and stuff.
Right, bro, just fucking being a whole menace out here.
Yeah. So we figured out that, I'm pretty sure everybody figured it out. Then, yeah, the dude is not like some kind of like robot kind of dude. It's actually a student. Being controlled by some other dude, because he was asleep. The student was asleep. Yeah, something like that.
Oh shit! Speaking of,
I'm like, oh damn.
We got some other hypnosis-related news too to talk about today.
Oh, so yeah. Then it did the little, recap and everything. Girls were, fuck yeah, fucking downpour him. She's like, I'm not out of this yet. So I'm like, I'm like, you're bloody, dog. Yeah, I'm like, damn, she is bloody.
Damn.
They're all bloody. Except Shin. Shin was like the least bloodiest one there.
Freaking old school fucking anime trope of, oh, we got flashbacks, now we got more power.
Hell yeah!
Give me strength.
Yeah. So they fight, and he's very strong. Well, the guy controlling him is strong. They get their ass kicked like a lot, but they did put up a fight. Girl, dude, she got knocked back again. I was like, well, damn, per her. And then the germaphobe guy put up a fight, but he got beat up pretty bad. He's like, all right. He's like, I can't do this no more. So Shin, Shin was the last one. Well, not really. Then the other, Shin and some other guy. I didn't even start learning names, so I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah. Hey man, that's why I started taking notes for names in Gacha Kuda, because man, there's so many fucking names going around. It's like, alright, I'm just gonna start putting everybody's names
Too much
down
people.
names.
Too much names.
Yeah. Too many animes. Too many names.
Too many animes, too many names. Dude, literally, I gotta watch 4 animes, I gotta learn so many names. I was like, oh, I can't keep up.
Plus everything else you might be doing or watching. Like for me, it's been real heavy with the streaming here lately, so. Freaking.
Yeah, so Shin and the other dude started putting up a fight, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It got chaotic at some point, so the dude was like, alright, at this point, I didn't even know they're above a cave.
Wait, what?
They were above a cave. So the dude just straight up punched the ground, broke the ground, and landed in a cave filled with water. I was like, oh, okay. So they fought in a cave. Yeah, I'm like, damn. So they fought in a cave. Shin is, you know, as usual, Chlor variant, so you could read as... Dude said... Well, that's until the other dude, because his power is sounds, you know. So the more sounds he hears from it, the perfect he can replicate someone's power.
Oh.
I was like, well, that's sick.
Power using
by using sounds. Yeah.
What?
I was like, that's kind of cool. I'm like, oh, damn. Yeah. So, then at some point, Shin says, fuck it. He's like, screw limits. I'm like, oh, damn.
Oh, shit. Bro's freaking pushing past his limits like a black bull.
Yeah, he's pushing his limits, dude. I was like, oh, damn. He's gonna have major... oh.
Or something.
Whew.
Going beyond plus ultra?
Yeah, he's gonna have major pain in a minute after like 2 hours maybe.
Bro's gonna be feeling that fucking Kaioken.
Oh, he's gonna be feeling it, yeah. Then, even with those two even fighting him at full power, bro, he was still putting a fight unscathed.
Oh shit.
I'm like, oh damn. Then at some point he goes, alright, sour dude, I'm gonna have to break this guy. He's like, dude, oh damn, poor student. He's like, he's gonna have to get broken because of him. He's like, so that happened.
Like,
dude, freaking, bro, shadow stepped right through, punched this dude right in the stomach. Half of his stomach was missing. I was like, damn! Well, there goes that guy. Yeah. Shadow stepping over here. Shadow stepping punch.
Goddamn, hit him with a punch like he's a Pokemon.
Yeah. Holy mother.
Damn.
There goes his side of his stomach, then bro punched the shit out of freaking I forgot his Shin. Let's go call him Shiki for a second. Shin. Yeah. He punched the crap out of Shin, knocked him back. I was like, oh damn. Then he was about to go with a death punch, bro. He was gonna end it all until Sakamoto came out of nowhere and saved him.
Bro heard the music in his head go, one.
Yeah. I know, yep. Then Sakamoto came out and saved the day.
Oh,
then he's like, so they started fighting.
It's called Sakamoto Days, huh?
Yep. Then those two started fighting, going all, well, not really going all out, but Sakamoto was like, you know, comedy action. Yeah.
Pulling a Saitama and playing with his food.
Yeah. Then after, they fought in a, they were swimming too. They were underwater fighting each other. I was like, what the hell is happening? Then after a moment they, yeah. Then after the fighting and under the water, then they got into a plane.
What?
I was like, well, okay. I was like, I don't even know what the hell is happening at this point.
Damn.
So they were fighting on a plane. Bro's over using passports to fight him. Yeah. Sakamoto picked up a passport and started using it as a weapon. I was like, what in the world?
Damn.
Then all of a sudden Sakamoto ripped out a damn tire. Does you know how those tires that those airplanes use?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, they were
tire off an airplane?
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn, how strong is this motherfucker?
And
Holy shit.
before he did that, he threw the dude in the air, then ripped the tire, then started freaking with the tire like a fidget spinner. He started
Oh.
spinning that shit. Mach 5, bro. Like a damn
Propeller, huh?
one of those mall cops use. Segways.
Oh, Segway.
He started using it like a Segway. I was like, what the? I was like, what the hell?
Fight sounds crazy. I'm definitely have to get caught up on Sakamoto days. For sure. That was like,
Also,
this
somebody
stuff
just
sounds
joined.
Wild. Hmm? Did they?
Somebody joined. Pooped. What the hell is this guy's name? Poop something.
Wait,
I don't know who this guy is.
in the game?
Yeah, in our game right now.
Oh, it's supposed
Shift.
to be-
His PC.
I'm sorry, person. This was supposed to be freaking, friends
Just
and
us two.
invite. It was on friends only.
Yeah. Oh, friends don't make sense. So he was one of our friends. One of your friends. I'm like, I don't have anybody named Poop.
Poop train conductor.
Poop train conductor.
Borderlands fan. One of my shift friends. I wonder who they are. I had to. We're mid podcast. Sorry about that, by the way, everybody watching. That was kind of weird. I wasn't expecting all that to happen while we were mid podcast.
Yeah.
I had it on friends only. People usually on my friends list don't just randomly join me. So to invite only.
Yep.
Sorry
Then
about that.
then Sakamoto defeated him,
Oh yeah.
and then the episode ended. I was like, oh damn it.
He had to show him why the anime was called Sakamoto Days, not Shin
Yep.
Days.
Exactly. Then the episode ended. I was like, well, damn.
Oh. Yeah, well, we're not playing the game right now. We're doing the podcast. So we're just standing here and talking. All right, so you're Shift's poop train conductor. Heck yeah. I'll have to make sure we're friends on Shift then. 'Cause it wasn't showing you on like PSN or whatever. But hey, man, what's up? Welcome to the podcast.
All right. There's my two animes.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's start out with getting kaiju off the list. It was a little more wholesome. I got a lot more to talk about for Gachiakuda, so theories.
Understandable.
I don't have any theories for kaiju because I've already read the manga. So. I've been avoiding the manga so heavily for Gachiakuda, but man, am I dreading when we freaking get to episode 24, which is gonna be the last episode of the season, right? Because I'm freaking. It's gonna be a hard struggle not to start reading the anime and find out what happens next before the next season comes out. That's always the hardest battle for me. Is like, man, come on, DJ, we can do anime only on an anime. We can do anime only on an anime. Come on, and then manga always is like, but I have all the answers to the questions you're asking. So they always lure me in with all that, you know.
Yeah.
Are you gonna run some of the takedowns? Heck yeah. I still have to roll and see which game I'm gonna play today, but I do need to do one game stream before I go to bed. But I need to go to bed early so I can get everything ready, because got to be flipping my schedule here for Borderlands 4, everybody. We're gonna be literally the minute Borderlands 4 drops, streaming Borderlands 4. The moment it drops. But anyway. So, as for the Kaiju number 8 episode, I do like that we finally got the little finish with freaking Reno, Ichikawa, right?
Yeah.
And freaking, alright, I'm gonna have to Google it. Every freaking week I've been doing this, forgetting the pink hair guy's name.
Same, bro. I only know the 3 main casts, and Hoshina and...
Narumi has pink hair too. I'm have to redo my search.
Where'd you look up?
Pink hair guy from Kaiju number 8.
Hell yeah.
Furuhashi.
Pink-haired guy.
Iharu Furuhashi. That's the guy. So,
Iharu.
yeah. Furuhashi.
I'm not gonna remember that. I want to be honest.
Yeah, that's probably why I keep forgetting his name. That's a crazy-ass name, bro.
Oh yeah, it is.
I've never heard a name like that in my life. But
Mm-hmm.
anyway, so I do like that they finally got into what I was talking about last week with him, where, like, you know, they first noticed that he was doing all these things that he shouldn't be able to do at, like, 21% unleashed combat power, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the freaking general guy's like, well, hey, that sounds a lot familiar to me. Why don't you guys start, you know, like, constantly scanning his vitals and his unleashed combat power and report it to me as it goes. And then they start reporting the whole, like, constant like, burst up and the drop, burst up and drop, and he's like, oh, hey, this guy might be the same type I am. So basically what
Yeah.
it is like, he keeps his combat power at, like, a steady lower level, but constantly active, and as he does each action, he bursts it up as high as he can, just, like, get the maximum potential out of that burst, right? And the cool thing about it is he's doing this subconsciously, so, like, he doesn't even realize that he's, like, extra efficiently using his unleashed combat power to keep himself from, you know, wearing out and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, which takedown is the one with the Mali one with the two big bots? It's just called the Mali one takedown. Let me show you real quick on the map where it is. Since we're over here before I get back into the kaiju. So you have to go to the Midnight Cairn here. And that's the one with the Mali one takedown that's got all the robots. So there's only two takedowns. There's this one and then there's the Iridian takedown. I was kind of hoping they'd add more in this game, to be honest, whenever they first started coming out with those takedowns. Yeah, I know it's the Midnight Cairn. I was just going to show you it on the map, since you'd asked. But I was sorry, we're mid-podcast here, so we're just trying to talk about our subjects at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see your message, so that's my bad, guy. But, anyway, as I was saying, with the kaiju, so I like that they finally got that, and then he was able to distract everything long enough for freaking, to expose the core for Reno to freaking basically one-shot the beast, because, it's hard to, like, call it a one-shot because of how many times they've attacked it, and obviously one-shot's a one-tap, but he was also regenerating everything they were doing.
Yeah.
So it's like, bro was fully regenerated by the time Reno fired that shot. So it was like, yeah, he one-tapped him, but it was a lot of effort to go into that one-tap.
Yeah. Definitely.
But, bro got past. He's allowed to use weapons number 6.
Heck yeah, let's go.
And then, we got the
W Reno.
flashback to why his current squad captain is so hesitant to let him use the numbers weapon, because we found out that Shinomiya's mom was, like, working under him originally, and she asked him how he felt about whether or not she'd be capable of using weapons number 4, and he said, oh yeah, you got the potential, and then she ends up dying, so, like, it's been his big regret.
It was like, if I can only see into the future.
Yeah. Like, so it's been his big regret that he let her go out there on that weapons number, because he feels like if he never let her do that, then she wouldn't have died, Like, he feels super responsible about that. But I feel like even if he didn't give her, the okay to use weapon number 4, I feel like she still would have got herself killed out in the battlefield type. She just seems like the kind of person to risk her life to save people, which is how she died to begin with. Freaking pulling that full fusion thing with weapons number 4, essentially.
Yeah.
Freaking, we got to see little bits of how it works whenever freaking the general, the head of the freaking defense force, when he's fighting number 1, freaking Kikyo's our dad, right? And he started, like, fusing the freaking muscle fibers of the kaiju, like, into his muscle fibers and shit. And, that's when they said that's the same thing that she did before she died. To, like, defeat freaking kaiju number 6.
Yeah.
Only thing is, bro didn't get to finish off number 9. Big sad.
No,
Everybody
yeah.
eaten and
Oh,
absorbed.
hell.
I do think it was crazy that after he absorbed him, by the way, we just see him down there on that freaking kaiju throne, and he's just chilling in dude's body. It's like, man, really like that body, apparently. We just got the freaky,
Yeah.
like, morbid zombie-looking version of the fucking guy just chilling on this
I know,
throne.
right?
I was like, alright, this is what we're doing now?
Okay.
We're just this guy now? Freaking stole his body? Freaking bro's like Ginyu, but upgrades the body he steals, essentially.
Yeah,
And there's
for
no
real.
body swap, like, to wherever he goes. Like, bro's dead. He's gone. He's part of this amalgam of fucking kaijus. But the scariest part about that is he got all the power and abilities of the numbers weapon he was wearing, too. Kaiju number 2.
Yeah.
Which can, like, absorb and redirect energy, which is wild.
Yeah.
Right? And I do like to see that we got the, whole little end part there. So, after we had all the run out with Reno and freaking little talk between Hoshina and everybody talking about, how Reno freaking finally succeeded, Hoshina goes out to find Kafka, who's
Yep.
out, running around, training, trying to distract himself from the fact that he's going to have to keep turning in a kaiju to be able to keep up with everybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
And freaking, they told him now that if he keeps transforming, he might not transform back at some point because he's like slowly becoming more and more kaiju than he is human, right? And it was really nice just seeing the whole like Hoshina telling him, hey, don't transform anymore because we got you. Like we're all training to get stronger to like keep it to where you don't have to transform. But then he realizes, just because of the way Kafka is, it's like, oh, well, that's not going to work because the moment somebody's in danger, he's going to transform, just like he did for all of us. Like he knew that this could have potentially ended in his death whenever he transformed in front of everybody, but it was the only one to save everyone. Back whenever all that stuff
Mm-hmm.
went down in season 1. So
Mm-hmm.
he's like, well, screw it, man. If I can't convince you to not transform and not fight, then let me teach you how to fight. And freaking takes him to that shrine, right? Starts
Yeah.
fucking boxing with him. Kafka's actually got pretty good movements. I was really surprised how well they
Yeah, I mean,
animated
dude, I
that
was
fight
dude
between them.
same. I was not expecting him to fight like that.
Yeah, like, bro was throwing those hands. It's just Hoshin us that much better. Was just fucking dodging and blocking everything like it was nothing. But bro was coming at him looking like a fucking MMA fighter, throwing them kicks and those punches. It's like,
Yeah.
oh shit, bro. Bro's on one. But then freaking Hoshina throws out that freaking hand-to-hand squadron-style fucking combat techniques at him, right? And that's when he's like, hold on, wait a minute, I recognize this fighting style. I've had my ass kicked by it before.
Yeah.
That's the fucking generals, right? Oh, Alexia's here. Hold on, I gotta let my dogs out real quick, guys.
Yeah, sure.
Oh.
I like how I'm liking how Kafka and Hoshin is actually training, or Hoshin
Yeah,
is training Kafka. I'm actually
yeah.
liking that.
I'm surprised that they had him do it instead of Narumi, since Narumi was the one who trained directly under him. But apparently Hoshina can just watch somebody's fighting style and copy it, because bro had the
For
moves down
real.
perfect.
And then I like how Hoshin has started talking about the past of the the kaijus.
Right? And they're outside, baby. I don't know if you can still hear me or not, but they're out.
And she's like, all right, I think that's enough. It ends.
Now, there is one thing I noticed. They're kind of showing off some stuff a little bit early, right? But I guess, they can take certain liberties with it, considering how the manga's finished, right? So I guess they can kind of pace it how they want to with the anime. But,
hmm
when they were leaving after that first day of the training, and Kafka sees
Yeah.
that
Then Kafka
freaking
looked
ghost
back and
samurai?
saw the ghost hammer from the past. Yeah. Well, that
Yeah,
was kind of like Kafka has seen the past.
well, kinda.
Kinda. Yeah. Yeah.
That's something to do with Kafka's abilities. And freaking, it's crazy they're already dropping hints at that this early. Because
Yeah,
we didn't start getting the hints at that until
I was gonna agree.
like way later in the manga when he's fighting number 9 again.
I was gonna say, I'm just gonna agree to
So
that.
the fact that they're starting to hit and drop it now means that like they're definitely structuring this in a pretty cool way. Like I'm excited about it. Can't wait to see like how they pace out the anime the rest of the way. Right? Because
Hmm.
let me tell you, if this thing starts getting to where I think it's about to get to, woo wee! By the end of this season, we're gonna have a hardcore fight,
Damn.
and that's gonna launch off things. So I'm going to assume just by the pacing we're having so far that this is gonna be a 3-season anime. Unless
Maybe.
they have like a spin-off series or something like that to come in after, right? Like this is gonna be a 3-season anime.
Yeah.
Because we're almost 2/3 of the way through the story where we are right now. Almost.
Mm.
Not quite, but almost.
Oh, okay.
So I doubt we're going to have very many more episodes left in the season.
I see. Okay.
Just because of that. But man, we are gearing up for some greatness. Like, if the fight that I think is going to be the last fight of the season is the last fight of the season, then whoo, it's going to be fucking lit, bro. I don't want to say
I
what it
bet.
is, though, you know, for spoiler reasons, but
Pretty sure I know.
yeah, it's really freaking hard to tell because, like, the pacing thing's kind of weird. Like, they have some stuff happening earlier than it normally does, but they also had some things happen a little bit, like, longer than they took in the manga, which is understandable. It is an anime. You know, they have to make things happen in a way that makes sense for people who are not just going
Yeah.
fan channel over here,
Yeah.
you know?
It's understandable.
Sorry about that. I had to get on the Harley. He was barking his ass off because he's outside. And Thena's inside. So
Yeah,
I had to
dogs.
send them all out at once because we're in the middle of the podcast. And I can't watch them and podcast at the same time.
Makes sense.
You know? So he's just going to
Yeah.
have to deal with it. But, freaking anyway, where we were going with that, right? Freaking, they're really setting things up, so I'm hoping that we don't just end this season off on these downtime episodes that we've been having. Like, I hope we get at least one more good fight by the end of it. Because they kind of did the same thing with season 1. I don't know if you noticed, it started off like real hyped, a lot of action, and then those last few episodes were kind of like some downtime, and then we get that freaking big fight between him and the director general,
Yeah.
right? And freaking like that was a good way to send it off. So I'm really hoping they're just saving it up to have us have that really badass fight at the end.
I hope.
Like the way they're structuring everything.
I really hope.
You have anything else you want to add about Kaiju before we move on to Gotcha?
Not really.
All right. Well, moving straight on to Gotcha Kuda, we deal with Rudo, like right off the bat, freaking, you know, seeing a little side we don't normally see from him where, like, you know, those gloves might make the pain go away from his hands, but, you know, we didn't really think about the fact that he has to take those bitches off to clean them, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And the whole time, that just seems like a very painful process to him. Like, bro's just fucking in deep agony the whole time he was scrubbing those gloves.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and then he gets back to his room, and Rio's just laying in his bed because she was concerned about him because she heard the screams, right? Asking him what happened to his hands and how they look kind of like burns, but like they have too weird of a pattern to be burns, right? And he's like, I don't know. You have to ask my shit parents, It's like this. I was, as far as I know, I've been like this since my birth. Like they abandoned me. I got adopted by some guy, bro. Like I don't know what you want
Well,
from me.
yeah.
Like I know about as much as this as you do. You see how they look? That's what I know. And that they hurt. They hurt like a motherfucker, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And then, so it's like that was an interesting start. And apparently she's super acrobatic since she lives right above them and she just jumped back and forth between their windows like that. That's freaking wild. Just casually just leaps out of his window at the end, like, okay, I'm going back to my room now.
Yeah, no, right?
And that's all I needed to know. That you were, you can handle whatever was going on. Thought you were dying. Just checking on you. Okay, bye.
Bye bye.
Right?
Then we cut to the
Yeah, sorry about that. I had to
back to the
my dog again.
the base.
Yeah. And then,
I think.
No, we did, because they were all gearing up
Yeah,
for the
we did.
thing.
Yeah, they're gearing
And,
up for. They go to that one to get what is it
well,
called? Like protection or
Rudo,
something like that.
yeah, well, Rudo's getting ready, and they're telling him, like, hey, we gotta go get one more thing. And he's like, what? He's like, a spell of protection. He's like, a spell of protection? And he's like, yeah. So we have this person that we allow to come and go as they please, that can come and does this art in our building, which I was already suspecting was Gob from the previous couple episodes, since bro was just tagging everything, and Engine was giving him crap about tagging things with poop symbols.
Yeah.
But he's like, but this guy, he's a freaking giver, and he's got a unique vital instrument that allows him to cast spells of protection, right? And we use it anytime we go into the freaking no man's land to, ensure that we're gonna live and make it back, basically.
Yeah.
Because apparently these spells are wild. Like, they show off the first one because they have to go to the town to graffiti, because even though bro's usually painting up the base, he wasn't there that day, so they had to go to his graffiti city.
Yep. It was funny where those two was trying to get into the damn city.
Yeah. Sorry about that, everybody. Had to have a conversation with my girlfriend because I ate all the Twizzlers. It's on me. I did eat them all. I just didn't want them to go bad. They'd been open for a while.
Makes sense.
But, so they go to the graffiti city, and
Yeah.
it shows those two guys trying to get in the city, and guy's like, man, this is really weird. The doors to the city are wide open, but for some reason I can't walk through. And bro's like, nah, you're crazy. They gotta be like, it goes to fucking run into the city and just face
He goes into reality. Yeah. You're like, what the hell?
It's like, what is this? Right? And then you just see freaking.
Did you see the engine in them and just walk through like completely fine?
Right? And Rudo just stops because he's like, yo, y'all just walked in, but these guys can't walk through. What's going on here? Just got this look of confusion on their face, and Engine's like, oh, no, Rudo, come on. You'll be just fine. As long as you don't have any bad intentions, you can walk in and out of this city as you please. Right? And I was like, oh, those two guys out there are assholes. That's why they can't get in the city.
Oh, yeah, bro. They're going to cause them some trouble.
Yeah. So, somebody was like a bandit or a freaking raider or something trying to freaking get in there. But then we also learned that apparently people die from fucking trash rain. Apparently it just starts raining trash from the sky because of all the fucking spherites throwing their garbage away. And that amount of trash, if you're not in one of these special cities that have these, like, crazy covers of protection on them, that you just get crushed to death.
Yeah.
I was like, that's fucking wild, bro. First off. It's like, you're already bad enough that you gotta live in all this pollution and trash and everything everywhere, but now you gotta worry about trash falling from the sky and fucking just ending your life at any moment. You never know when it's gonna drop. You just fucking deadly trash rain. Like, that's fucking wild, bro.
Yeah, it
right?
is.
And so, we go into the town. We start seeing how there's all these artists everywhere. We see some really, really cool graffiti, even just before we come into the town.
Yeah,
I sent you
we
that
do see some.
one picture with the two hands that were like pointing at the
Yeah.
eyeball, and they had like different colored fingernails. I'm wondering if that's a hint for something that we're gonna see later, because like they showed off that one a lot longer than they did any of the art pieces in the episode. Like they
Mhm.
really had a crazy focus on that one for a minute. So I'm wondering if that has something to do with like the power system, or actually the eyeball kind of reminds me of the eyeball on Rudo's gloves and on the back of that one guy's thing. So I wonder if they're from the Watcher
Oh,
series, if they
they
painted
were.
that mural from the Watcher series. You know what I mean?
That eyeball reminded me of the eyeball he used against the dude with the claws.
Oh yeah, yeah. See,
Yeah.
also makes me wonder if that talisman that Gris had was from the Watcher series, because that same eyeball's
Maybe.
also on the gloves and those freaking overalls that the Raven leader
Maybe.
has. So, I got a lot of questions for that. But then we go into town, we meet the mayor, and everybody's like, "Hey, where's Gob? We need a spell." And the mayor's like, "Yeah, you're not getting your spell today." And they're like, "What? Is like Gob out and about or something?" And they're like, "No, Gob
He did.
died." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "Bro, we just got introduced to this guy." And it's
Oh
not
no,
like a Gris
right?
situation where they make you think he's dead, and then later it's like, "Nah, he's fine." Like, no, no, bro, we go to this guy's room. He's dead, dead. Like, they put his ass in a body bag already, dead. And this little girl, when they were walking in the city, she ran into Engine and falls down and starts crying, and freaking Rio gives him shit like, "Hey, you made that kid cry." Nope, turns out she was the successor to Gob's freaking vital instrument, because we
Yeah.
just got introduced to heirloom vital instruments, where essentially there's a group of people that have like common interests, and like they can pass down from generation to generation their vital instrument, and every time they pass it down, from it being used so much by the other person, it increases in its quality. And what we learned, in the previous episode, that quality is like levels of a vital instrument, and the more the quality goes up, the more the power of that vital instrument goes up, and the more trained you have to be to successfully use that vital instrument, right?
Yeah.
So even if you show no parent talents as a giver, though, if you are chosen as a successor for a vital instrument, apparently the moment you pick that thing up, you unlock the powers of a giver. That was wild to me. So it also makes me wonder if Rudo's vital instrument is one of these heirloom vital instruments, like maybe they came from his dad or something,
I don't know.
or his mom, or somebody in his family, right? Because that is absolutely wild
Mhm.
that we can have like generational quality increasing freaking vital instruments. It also got me into a theory with all this, because we see,
Oh great,
the
another.
moment she stops being depressed and everything, she's like, "Hey, you know what? No more sadness. Let's go." She goes up on the roof. She freaking explains everything she knows about Gob and all that, and like how she was chosen as the successor. She freaking takes the freaking lid off the marker, and then fucking like a giant stream of orange energy comes flowing out of her body into the sky as it transforms from a marker to a paintbrush. And you're like, "Oh, okay." Right?
It's like, well,
And she
damn.
starts to draw on the ground, and you're like, "What's she drawing?" Well, she put these spray paint cans down. And she draws this freaking like magic circle that turns the spray paint cans into like living little paint cans that have like the little demon mouths on them and stuff. And she's like, "It's time to party!" And they start shooting fireworks and shit out of them, right?
Yeah.
Well, that just made me notice that we've seen a few different types of vital instruments. So I'm wondering if we're gonna have like a structure introduced at some point where we actually have like given names for these types of vital instruments, because so far we've seen vital instruments like, we'll use Zonkas and engines for example, where they just transform into like a more like upgraded version of it, and they like look more and more weapon like as they go up in stages, right? But it also enhances
Mhm.
like engine and Zonka's power respectively as they're going up in these levels with their vital instrument. So it mainly just
Mhm.
affects them and their instrument. But then we've also seen instruments like Rio's, where like when her scissors in that big mode, she can cut like parts of the environment and stuff like that, and like change their shape while she's cutting them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like borderline reality warping abilities. And then we have now vital instruments like freaking Gob's now Remlin's vital instrument, where it can affect other items and turn them into what I'm assuming is like pseudo vital instruments, right? Like give these different effects and abilities to them. And so I'm wondering if maybe like Rudo's is like some kind of special case type instrument, because yeah, his vital instrument affects other objects around him, but he fully transforms these things into their true potential, right? So maybe he's got like a class of vital instrument that can turn other items into any of these other types of vital instruments, depending on like what the true potential of that item would be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I'm really hoping we do get this classification system at some point.
Maybe.
Yeah, because that would be really cool to see, man. You know, to begin with.
Yeah, it will. It honestly, yeah, it'll probably be cool. Yeah.
And I hope we get to see more generational things, because it is cool that, like, you know, they even got a title for what the user of Gob's vital instrument was. That's the spellcaster. This person freaking literally, if they, whatever they feel, they can put that feeling into that paintbrush and then draw it out as a spell. So
Yeah.
what happened, like for example, the city, he felt, hey, I need it to where nobody with any like kind of evil in their heart can get inside the city to protect everybody. And he kept that feeling,
Yeah.
he put it in the paintbrush, and he painted all over the outside of the city. So now there's this spell of protection that literally prevents anybody who has even one bad thought from entering the city, which is crazy,
Yeah.
you know, to even think about.
I've always wondered if somebody actually like hid their malicious intent. Are they able to go through?
Oh, what'd you say? Sorry, I had to get on the
Oh
highway here.
well,
She won't stop barking.
oh, it's good. As I was saying is, if somebody like hid their malicious intent, are they going to be able to go through?
Oh, see, that's the thing. Those
Like if
guys
they
weren't
start, if they
showing.
don't think about like good things.
Oh, kind of like a subversion, kind of like what one guy
Yeah.
did with Rudo's, with the talisman from Grist that Rudo awakened, where he was like freaking hid his intent to kill by making himself unconscious or whatever.
Yeah.
That's possible. But it'd be really hard for somebody to do that. I'm assuming that it goes down all the way to your subconscious, so like.
Oh, maybe I don't know.
Yeah, because this is really trying to freaking, like, any kind of bad intent, it freaking repels. But maybe if there was some way for them to get made to pass out, kind of like what Jabber did, right? Maybe they could put that in through there, like, make a bunch of people pass out and just start throwing them through the gate. So they wake up and start causing fucking mayhem on the other
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
nope, they made it through. But what happens if they wake up and they're like, what happens if that thing I had a question of is, what if somebody makes it in and then their malicious intent comes out? Does the city eject them?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I was actually thinking about that.
Yeah. Like, there needs to be some kind of levels to these spells. I have a feeling that when they get their protection spells from Rumlin, that once they're in no man's land, something bad's gonna happen, and like the spell's gonna fail because there's some way around whatever spell she puts on them.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, I get this really sinking feeling about that. Oh, also we got introduced to 2 new cleaners, and the fact that we have 2 different cleaner factions apparently. One of them's ran by this Tammy guy, which we only know 2 people from it, right? And then the other one's basically ran by Engine. When while the guy we got introduced to, that's their leader, is like the main big leader guy. These 2 apparently are like team captains essentially, right? And each one of them has their own team that they leave. So since Engine's the one that recruited Rudo's automatically a part of, like, what do they call them, like the Yakuza or something like that.
Something, yeah.
Alright, and then his was like the Tians or something. Like they had different names for their freaking things. But, so this Tamsy guy, or as I put him in my notes, dude with the weird burn scars, his name is Tamsy Gates. He seems to be like in charge of the people for his little division, right? And the only other person from that division we get introduced to is Delman Gates. And as I put it, the big loud guy. So I
Yeah.
don't know what his vital instrument is, but apparently he can yell and get people, like, his yell's infectious, because, like, he started yelling and, like, giving this really hyped up speech, and then even Rudo, who was, like, freaked out about the guy, all of a sudden he starts yelling and getting, like, cheered and excited and stuff, too. So it's like, this dude's energy is infectious. He can spread it around to other people and,
Yeah.
like, get them motivated. So I'm wondering if his vital instrument has something to do with that. Like, let me find out this dude's vital instrument's like a fucking pitch cord or a tuning fork or something. Some kind of sound-related thing. Fucking
Yeah.
guitar fucking, or something. Fucking some cymbals, a drum kit, something.
Yeah.
Fucking microphone. Like, I don't know.
Just anything. Anything that has to do with sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. And so, you know, we have all that go down. Rimland Sark, which it looks like Thai Sark the way they spelled it, but the way they're saying it was just Sark, right? So Rimland Sark is our new spellcaster, and we end off with a freaking big old party where she has these spray paint cans shooting literal fireworks in the air somehow.
Yeah.
And it gets everybody motivated and painting and everything. And that's just, we end off with some good vibes. So I'm wondering if there's going to be a training arc for Rudo while we wait for him to be able to leave to go to No Man's Land.
Maybe.
Because now we have to wait for Rimland to be able to train herself to be able to do the spells.
Yeah.
And they said, well, it looks like it's going to be a while before we get our spell. Or are they going to leave without the spell? That's the real question, because they've been gearing up for this expedition.
I don't know.
Also, I'm excited for freaking Rudo's face, as they call him. So all the cleaners, we found out, have a face, which is like this special mask that's crafted just for them. Like, it fits their personality and stuff like that, right? And they have this crazy freaking artist who we didn't get a name for. I'm hoping they drop his name at some point, because I would like to be able to say that. But basically, what this guy does is he's a crazy giver / artist who designs all their masks and like imbues them with special powers and stuff. So I'm curious how like that exactly works, but he doesn't like being rushed, so he has to like work at a certain pace. We found out that like his quality suffers if he has a deadline, so they will let him work at his own pace. And one time Zonka tried to freaking rush him, and he went off on Zonka. Like, he designs all of their clothes and everything. So all the freaking clothes we see them in were all designed by this guy. So things that make sense to why like each person's outfit seems like unique to like their personality. Like I feel like he can really like tell what kind of person somebody is while he's designing stuff. And apparently he's been working on freaking Rudo for a few days. So I wonder what it's gonna look like whenever he finally gets his face or whatever. His little face mask thing.
Yeah.
Freaking. We've already seen Engines. Actually, I think Engines is the only one we have seen so far, because he was wearing it when we first met him. His freaking creepy, weird, broken, smiley face mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's pretty much all we got for the animes. Did you have anything you wanted to add for Gacha Yakuza?
No. Not tonight. No.
Have any comments on anything that happened or anything? Anything that stood out to you in the episode?
Honestly, no. Nothing really did sting out to me, no.
Okay. I'm actually surprised some of the earlier stuff didn't really stand out to you. Like, that's usually the stuff you pick up on. Like her being in his bed and stuff. I think he has the hot
Whoa!
I'm just saying, like,
Yeah, totally. That was totally standing out to me.
yeah, I'm just saying. That's usually the stuff you pick up on, Cat. You usually
I mean,
pick up on the more goonery aspects of the enemies. But
yeah,
alright. Well,
that's me.
moving on from that, we got some news. Woo, news. Alright, first things first, frickin' Borderlands 4 will be dropping frickin' tomorrow. Woo!
Let's
11
go!
p.m. Central. Or, well, you know, depending on your time zone, it might be the 12th for you. But, or if you're on PC, you actually get a little bit earlier than everybody. Woo woo for people on PC, heck yeah. You know, and also earlier for you if you're on, like, the West Coast and stuff, too. Because I believe they're getting it at, like, 6, 7 p.m. in comparison. But it's technically dropping at the same time for everybody. It's just, you know, time
Yeah.
zones make it weird. But we're getting that global release. Alright. Also, other game news. Digimon Time Stranger at 12 a.m. is their demo will be released and available for, you know, everybody to check out. If I can finish up doing my other 5 Vault Hunter streams that I have to do left, then I will actually play a little bit of that tomorrow. I'll get that demo downloaded and play it. But otherwise, we do have 5 Vault Hunters left. We have 15 down, 5 to go. That's crazy. We got 20 Vault Hunters so far in 4 games.
Yeah.
Right? And it's all because 2 of those games had 6 characters. So we're actually, by the end of Borderlands 4's release stuff, unless they add even more DLC Vault Hunters, which would be a crazy surprise since they already have 2 planned. Right?
Yeah.
We're going to have a total of 26 Vault Hunters, it looks like.
Maybe.
Yeah, because we had 4 in Borderlands 1, we had 6 in 2, 6 in the pre-sequel, and 4 in 3. Right?
Yeah.
So, freaking, that brings our total up to 20 so far. Sorry, I
Yeah.
got distracted from the damn dogs again. This has been a bad podcast. I apologize, guys. We usually try to keep things a better quality. I just had a bunch of unsuspecting things happen as we were starting the podcast, unfortunately. So there's really nothing I could do about that. And I apologize. But as I was saying, freaking Digimon Time Stranger demo, if I can finish playing up these last 5 Vault Hunters we have left, which we have Borderlands 1 wiped off the board now. Alright, guys. There are no more Borderlands 1. We have completed Mordecai, Lilith, Brick, and freaking Roland. Roland was my last stream last night. So now when we're rolling the die, we got 4 sets of 3 instead of 3 sets of 4. And we only have a couple Vault Hunters left in each game, so we'll slowly be knocking them all out easier and easier as we pass on. Until it gets to the point where we only got 1 game left, so I just knock out whatever Vault Hunters are left in it. No die required. But my random system has been working out that way. Right?
Yeah.
Freaking been hearing a lot of news about different anime-related things going on. We have people that are a little bit upset about some of the current chapters of Black Clover. You know, apparently the story has taken a crazy turn, and it's just like, it's really hard for people to stay into it right now because it's currently on a weird release schedule, right? So he went from having a weekly freaking manga to, like, not even a monthly manga. Like, he had to back out, take a hiatus for a while, and now they have him in Jump Giga, releasing like 2 or 3 chapters every freaking, like,
Oh my gosh.
3 to 4
What the
months. You know, which is really wild to begin with.
I didn't even know Borderlands is wow, I didn't even know that. Borderlands got their own RTX 5090.
Well, what?
For your PC guy, for PC people out there, there is a Borderlands RTX 5090 card.
Oh, graphics card for Borderlands, huh?
Yep,
That's crazy.
yep.
Speaking of
That's actually kind of cool.
Borderlands and PC, they have to release a patch specifically for PC, right? And like new patch notes and things like that because apparently Borderlands 4 was really geared because of Unreal Engine 5 and everything towards like higher end PCs, and there's a lot of people with like
Yeah,
lower end PCs, even though they're meeting the minimum requirements, they're having a lot of issues with the game because of how it's optimized. Which I kind of saw that come in a little bit. It happens with a lot of
yeah.
games. You know, even like there's some games that even though my PC meets the minimum requirements on them, I have such a hard time playing them on my PC because like it's optimized
You,
for these
you're,
higher specs.
yeah,
So like you run into a lot of really weird issues and graphical issues and clipping issues and things like that whenever you're not running everything to where it's spec'd out to be. You know.
and then they're also doing a, if you sign up for a shipped account, you get to get a weapon skin,
Yep. Well,
exclusive weapon skin.
specifically, by the way, because it's not just there's a lot of confusion with that. People are like, well, what if you already have Shift? You just kind of screwed. Why don't we release something for people that already have it? First off, it's not even just signing up for Shift. You have to be signed up for the newsletters from Shift and the emails. All right.
Yeah,
So you got to check mark that box. If you already had that box check marked, I can guarantee you that you have had that in your inventory in your rewards since May 16th. Because that's when it said
yeah,
I had it. It shows that it's in my reward list right now. I didn't have to do anything extra. All I did was sign into my shift and scroll down through my rewards. And at the very bottom, I have one reward, Borderlands 4, since May 16th. And it's that
mm-hmm.
gun skin. So don't worry, guys. And I do like that they upgraded a lot of things, too. They finally showed off a little video showing us what the extended pre-order bonus is. So first off, we get a Mali-1 SMG that shoots freaking fireworks, which is wild, right? But it's level 1, so
Yeah,
we can use it from the start of the game. Right? So basically, as soon as we start, we go in our freaking mail and pop that sucker out. Then we got 2 different ordinances. We got a Torque rocket launcher that can ricochet rockets, which is crazy. It's kind of like a Torque Jacobs fusion a little bit right there. Right, but it's level 30, and the other level 30 ordinance we got was a grenade that teleports to the enemy and then like / teleports through them. It looks like a little freaking barbed circle with blades and stuff on it. It's
yeah,
absolutely wild looking, and it's a Ripper Clan freaking grenade too.
yeah.
Right, so that's freaking hyped. And then the final thing we get is a dataless rifle that looks like it's fully automatic. I wonder what ammo types it shoots, but it looked
Oh
like
yeah,
whenever they were firing, it looked like a constant stream of shotgun shells were flowing out of the gun and into the barrel.
yeah. Oh
That was a
yeah.
small detail that like I noticed
Why am I
whenever I
crouching?
watched the video like 2 or 3 times before I caught it, right?
Yeah,
And due to that, freaking it makes me wonder if it's going to be like assault rifle ammo and shotgun shells for its ammo types,
yeah,
which would be pretty crazy, pretty hype too, honestly.
yeah.
Uh, Continuing on with game news, we got the reveal of Mega Malamar for Legends ZA. Another Mega Evolution revealed, and it looks kind of crazy. Big focus on hypnosis. The trailer, apparently, this lady was going around mega evolving her Malamar and having it use hypnosis on people to make them fall in love with Malamar. So, like, the whole city was just, we love Malamar! All going fucking crazy and shit like that. And she goes and often shows the Mega Evolution off for Malamar, which, to me, you ever seen that old movie, When Mars Attacks? It's got like the really
Uh.
skinny, tall Martians, right? And they're like
Oh
super all
yeah, I
colorful and
think
stuff
so.
like that. And they got like
I
that
think
weird
yeah, I think I've seen
brain
that one.
thing going on,
Yeah.
right? That's what the Mega Malamar reminds me of. It reminds me of a Martian from Mars Attacks.
What?
'Cause the way it's like hair tentacle things, like they fold up and they look like one of those big brain things, and it gets real skinny and has all the lights going on, and even it's like because you know it's like an upside down squid thing. Like its little
Yeah.
overlap thing that it had even raises up and forms like that V-like neckline shape, right?
Yeah.
That is very eerily similar to the clothes that the Martians were wearing from When Mars Attacks. Like, it just gives me really hardcore freaking When Mars Attacks vibes.
Ah.
And then, you know, the other weird thing is, like, it's got, like, a multicolor changing, like, in little tip things on its fins for its tentacles.
Yeah.
And then, like, its main body is constantly, like, changing color.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is freaking wild to me, right?
Yeah. Pretty crazy.
I don't know who Mystical Heartless is, but they asked me if I'm going to buy them the Super Deluxe Edition as well. No. I don't know who you are.
Tina. Like tomorrow. I know I'm gonna see DJ there. Who else? Also, hi DJ. Hi Cat. I was like, hi Tina.
Hi, Tina.
I'm gonna be there.
No, for real though. It's gonna be freaking hyped up. Late night.
Hell yeah, let's
streams.
go.
Flipping my whole sleep schedule for this, guys. So be ready for constant streams. Starting 11 p.m. Thursday on in through Friday. Friday stream day.
Yeah. Hell
Thursday
yeah.
night / all day Friday. It's gonna be a rough
Since
day,
we're on the topic of gaming news, this is very wild. I never knew this was going to be a thing. Genshin Impact had a collab with Among Us.
What?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, dude.
That's a weird collab.
I was like, whoa. I'm like, okay, hold up. I was like, how is this happening?
Also, Tina said, hell yeah, I already got the energy drinks.
Among Us and Genshin, bro. How is that even gonna work?
Yeah, I'm really curious. Maybe they'll do like an Among Us like little mini game for Genshin Impact or something. I don't know. Or add Among Us characters as playable characters. I don't know.
Oh goodness.
It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be super weird. No, for real. As soon as the game drops,
That's just an unexpected collab, to be honest. Hell yeah, let's do this.
Tina, we're gonna be triple streaming it.
Oh, exactly.
Make sure you get the game pre-downloaded already. I don't know if you turned your PlayStation on yet or not today, Tina, but as soon as me and Kat turned ours on today, it started pre-downloading Borderlands 4, so we have it on our home screen already. Got me a nice little picture of all the Borderlands games grouped up together. I'm like, man, it looks so nice seeing them all together like that.
Yeah.
There's so many of them. Who would have thought, all the way back playing Borderlands 1, that one day we would have so many games in the franchise? I know Borderlands 4 is the title on it, but technically it's the 6th game in the series that's like Borderlands style.
Yeah.
Oh, she said she already downloaded it. She was on top of that this morning. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, mine already downloaded, I don't know when now. I don't know when it started.
Right?
Yeah, because as soon as I got out, turned my PlayStation on, mine was already downloaded.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, pre-downloaded. Forgot to mention pre. I don't have it yet.
Right?
Hyped. Oh, I'm hyped.
There was something else I wanted to talk about today. Oh, yes. I gotta go to my screenshots for that. Took a screenshot of this earlier because I knew I'd forget the name of it. We have a new Jujutsu Kaisen spin-off manga. So the
I've seen
manga
it.
may have ended, but we have a new story continuing in the Jujutsu Kaisen world. Apparently, Japan's not the only place with Jujutsu sorcerers, as we have Jujutsu Kaisen Modulo now. And Chapter 1 dropped September 7th, so it is out now. You can currently read it on any of your favorite manga, websites.
Sites,
sure.
yeah.
I use the Shonen Jump app personally, and it is live on there. So I do need to catch up on a couple mangas. I noticed Kaiju has wrapped up. They flipped the order of their chapters, so it's facing the other direction where it's like a de-escalating, right? Because normally when you go in, if it's a continually going manga, when you come
Yeah.
into it on the Shonen Jump path, it'll have the latest chapter on the top. But when you go
Yeah.
into a manga and it's got the first chapter on the top, that means that manga's finished. There's no more chapters coming out.
Ah.
And Kaiju's gotten the flip, so I'm gonna have to read those last so many chapters that I had to catch up on, and because it's to an end. I really hope that we get a spin-off or a continued series for Kaiju, honestly, because like I would like to see more of the Kaiju story. Maybe like get a new numbered Kaiju, or like maybe continue Kafka's story, give him a new evolution or something. I don't know. I'll have to see the end of it to really be able to judge. But I like that universe that we have going on with Kaiju number 8, and I really hope we get more of it.
Yeah.
You know, and we've gotten a lot of other manga with like continued or spin-off series, so it'd be nice like to have that follow suit. But Chainsaw Man, however, it was looking like it was coming to an end around the same time Kaiju is. It's still going strong with new episodes. Or new chapters, not new episodes. New
Yeah,
chapters
episodes.
Well, we do have that
I was like,
movie coming out.
not yet, not yet.
Yeah, we do have that movie coming out, but no, new chapters coming
Yeah.
out. Like, when I got on a couple of days ago, it said that there's a new chapter about to drop in 7 hours on that day, so I was like, oh, well, shit. We're still spawning them out right now. I wonder if we're going to get a part 3 of Chainsaw Man then.
A second season.
Well, it's not even really a season, because, like, the way they did the anime, season 1 is, like, the freaking beginning stuff of part 1 of Chainsaw.
Ah.
And, like, this movie coming out, the Nezume arc, that's just one arc in part 1. Okay, like, I'm gonna call part 1 the Makima part, because, like, that's the whole thing with her. Like, after the whole thing with Makima and whatever is going on with the gun devils resolved, we have a whole other part that comes up after that, involving, like, more people, and, like, the, basically the equivalent of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, but as devils. Like the War Devil and Death Devil and stuff like that, so they get involved. And the Pestilence Devil and stuff like that. So, I'm hoping that we get another part after this, since it's still going the way it is. I'm hoping that, like, the second part isn't, like, the finale, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna have to get caught up to find out what's going on with that. Anyway, Kat, was there anything else you wanted to talk about this week? Because I need to go get to these dogs and everything
No.
got flipped upside down this week due to everything going on. But we promise we will have in the future more like structured and scheduled podcasts than what we have going on with all this right now. Like, and hopefully at some point we can get webcams going, so like we can have this like face-to-face podcast style thing, you know. Get good interaction, because right now we're just using Borderlands 3 because it's the only game where we can go in like a photo mode and like have our characters standing around like interview style. I wish we had something more interactive that was common between us, but unfortunately we don't.
Not really, no.
At this. But anyway, thank you all for watching. I've been Damionpyro.
I've been ChillenCat.
And this has been our Nerd Talk Live podcast. See you guys next week.
Yeah.